Good day and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Trendz Travel. I'm Slundiwe Mtalane.
And I'm Eloise Goebel, and today we'll be exploring beautiful Mpumalanga amongst others.
We also visit a very fancy and fun polo event, all this and so much more, so stay with us. Coming up next on Trendz Travel this week, we explore White River with golf for fun. We learn how to play the sport of kings. We visit Soweto for a thesis experience. And finally, what would Trendz be without a festival or two? All this and so much more coming up next.
What started out as a gentleman's club, golf, originally meaning gentlemen only, ladies forbidden, has now turned into a game for all genders and all ages. Do enjoy.
Our journey this time took us to White River, a small holiday and farming town just north of Nelspruit in Mpumalanga, where we joined a group of business people as well as socialites on a golfing adventure where business, leisure and lots of fun activities were order of the day. The golfing event, which took place in a Sziget country club, attracted golf enthusiasts as well as professional golfers from as far as Nigeria, Lesotho and Swaziland who patted the fairways. The event was organized by Golf for Fun, whose aim is to provide a suitable platform for anyone wanting to learn golf, improve their game or just socialize and network, even if they have never played the game before.
What we're basically trying to do with the Golf for Fun getaways is two things. Number one is get more black people, Africans across sub-Saharan Africa to start to use social time as a way to network, to create business opportunity. The second thing is to actually get more people to travel this beautiful continent and actually discover some of the amazing sights that you can see across Africa, which by far outdo its competitors across the other continents of the world. And yet, for some reason, some of these other countries attract more tourism than our beautiful countries, which are by far more attractive.
Golf for Fun organizes golf events and introduces them to different provinces with the aim of developing an interest especially to young golfers and previously disadvantaged communities.
Well, I think what I've taken out of it mostly is that the thinking of Golf for Fun SA as well as Luhumo Capital coming together is that there's more to explore in South Africa than the rest of the world. Local tourism, I took that out of it. And I also took out of it the fact that you don't have to try too hard to have a good time. You don't have to force it. It just comes naturally when you are in a good space with like-minded people and just engaging in a sport that is very relaxed and that allows for one to be open, to meet people, to network. I have taken away from it that South Africa is truly beautiful and that there's a lot to do as an entrepreneur in the working and networking space.
The weather on this day also played ball, creating a festive mood. The luscious lawns at this country club were also inviting. But what attracted golfers from outside our country borders to the event?
Another opportunity to, meet my friends, who play golf. My friends who were also in the same business. So, the opportunities I've seen is giving me the opportunity to learn how to play golf. That's number one. And number two, it's also a very good opportunity to network and to meet people, across different business channels. I'm into investment banking, so I met people from other, people in manufacturing, people in trading and all sorts. So it's, giving an opportunity to learn how to play golf and also an opportunity to network. I think that's very important.
Let me tell you, this is my first time. Firstly, this is my first time playing in 18 hole. I've always just been messing around in 9 hole, and this is one of the best experience I've actually ever heard. I can recommend to anybody to partake in the golf practice. It's the best one. You get to network, you meet people, you network. It's a nice way of exercising. Golf, it's a sport that, you know, as you understand, historically we black never really used to participate in. And I think this is an incredible sport that we should really learn to really partake in.
And what better way to finish off an 18th hole game of golf with some pampering experience? After a long day putting balls at the golf course, we were treated to a wine tasting evening. Chef Yaku gave lessons on the wines, while guests were treated to a tasty buffet. Everyone was elated by the warmth and hospitality they have received in this grand place. Let's hear what the guest has to say about their experiences.
I had guava and a fruit cocktail once, so that was really new for me. But generally, it's a nice evening, nice, quaint, nice people we have over here, so I'm going to really enjoy the golf for fun. Thank you very much.
And as the night went along, speakers kept us in stitches with laughter as we enjoyed wines from the Cape Lands. The wine tasting was indeed a good way of getting to know each other for a memorable experience at the Country Lane Boutique Hotel.
What does it mean? How do you say your name though? Sziget. Oh, Sziget. My first name is my mother says. Oh, Sziget. No, this guy is my name is like, I'm going to change. It's French. No, are you good though? I'm good. So where are you from?
After a long fun-packed day, golfers headed to Ingwenyama Lodge around White River. Dressed to the nines and all looking prim and proper, they were treated to a gala dinner. Awards were given to the deserving participants, from the best dressed to the best golfer of the weekend. And winners walked away with great prizes, and they were the envy of everybody. After all formalities, it was time to let the hair down and enjoy our stay. So next time, if you do want to get an experience of a lifetime, just visit Ingwenyama Lodge in White River, Mpumalanga, the place of the rising sun.
That's your voucher, man. Congratulations. I'm pulling off, Sarah. Congratulations, Sarah. Does she deserve the win?
SABC are a prophetess. They played golf together today on the golf course.
It's on my menu, on my a la carte menu daily. It's called a Norwegian smoked salmon rosette with a mustard chive glaçage. Now glaçage is just, it's egg. There is mustard in it obviously, and what we do is we bake it in the salamander, and when it comes out it's like a marshmallow. Now the combination between the mustard, the egg, the salmon, that's what makes it so tasteful. And all I have here is just the crouton. It's just a slice of bread that I've toasted a little bit underneath the salamander once again. And then the salmon I'm just arranging on the crouton to resemble a rose. That's why it's called a rosette. And then what we're gonna do after that is place it underneath the salamander. Salamander is just, it's like a little oven, but very intense heat. And that's what we want, because we want it to cook fast. Almost there. Alrighty, okay. This is the end result. Like I say, because of the egg, the mustard, the glaçage, as we talking about it, that's what you want, because the external texture is like when you take a marshmallow and you fry it on an open fire. Everything is nice and mushy inside, and then the crust on the outside. And I normally just garnish it with some lemon like that. Something green. And then yes, off it goes to the table. Like I say, this plate is very, very hot.
We hope you're still having fun with us. We're about to take a short break, so stay with us and don't go anywhere. The township of Soweto has a long and illustrious history and heritage. It is also a major tourist destination. Soweto is like no other place. It presents opportunities every day. One just has to open their eyes to see. We went to visit young entrepreneurs that are dedicated in changing the look and feel of Soweto through street culture. Businesses based on lifestyle and branding are becoming the backbone of Kasi tourism. We are in Mufulo, Soweto at Thesis Lifestyle.
Thesis is a clothing and retail space. We also do events and social impact. Basically, Thesis is a lifestyle brand that's been around for 11 years now. The store has been around for 9 years. And we just situated in Soweto. This is one of our retail stores. The other one is in Kagiso, which is in the west of Joburg.
We commute with our bicycles. So if you drive your car in the morning to go to work, we use our bicycles to come to work. So it's also part of the social impact that we do. You know, when the guys started working, they didn't have bicycles and they used to spend a lot of money on just taxi, and I was like, guys, just we save a lot of money, just get bicycles. And they got into it, and yeah, we're not looking back. It's everywhere.
All our stuff is situated in Soweto. Unfortunately, I'm the only one that doesn't reside in Soweto anymore. But everyone cycles. It's like just part of the culture.
We have this is run crew. So every Saturdays, 7 for 7:30, we host a run that's like 5 to 10 Ks. So that's what we also do as part of the lifestyle space, as part of our social impact leg. So it's that as well. So apart from events, it's that thing that we need to live a healthy lifestyle. So cycling, running, and we just listen to good music, eat good food.
We used to host an event called This is Social Jam, which ran from 2008 to 2012. It happened every first Sunday of the month for 4 years straight. And then that unfortunately got closed down. Then it's mostly like music events, but we also dabble in doing dinners, which is our next leg. And we're cooking up something which will be a monthly event. Can't speak about it right now. Location-wide, location-wide, because that's what the brand is all about in essence. We're just about elevating the township, making sure that everything that happens in the township is good, bringing whatever people see on TV or on the internet back into the township. You basically just wake up, come with your running gear, come run. There's no joining fee, just a good bunch of people that will help you and motivate you, especially with the lead up to the Soweto Marathon and the lead up to the Deep Cliff Marathon. Everyone will motivate you and everyone will get you there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Their brand references Soweto street culture, and their signature slogan, t-shirts and bucket hats are among their most coveted products. It is a concept store for all things creative, by creatives, for creatives.
You know, with people, you'll never know what they love. That's why we have bucket hats, we have t-shirts. So a lot of people love t-shirts, and some people love bucket hats. Since it's going to be summer soon, so a lot of people have been buying bucket hats. Some love socks, you know, it's just the...
So are we going to be seeing any bright colors in summer, spring?
Of course, because we had bright colors last year, which were like a combo, like you had a t-shirt and like a shirt, and then it goes with a bucket. So I'm thinking we're gonna have something like that, but like even more authentic. Maybe have a shorts with that. News
Their business has extended to cuisine. So after your morning ride or running and shopping, you can just pop next door for a scrumptious meal. So now we are at the Thesis Cafe and I'm here with Peter. Peter's going to cook for us. Hi Peter.
Hey, how's that?
I'm great, thank you. So what are you cooking?
I'm making beef stir-fry with pasta.
Okay. So how long will it take?
5 minutes max.
5 minutes?
Yeah, the aim is not to kill the veggies, but them to be crunchy.
Okay, we'll wait. Looking forward to it.
Okay.
Thank you. The concept of an open kitchen is to be as transparent as possible and getting your customers more involved in the cooking. And the chef here has nothing to hide. Unlike the usual typical fare, Thesis serves a more international menu with tasty treats for the runners such as smoothies, burgers, stir-fries and the true Italian pastas. All of this displayed for everyone to see on a colorful chalkboard. After waiting just 5 minutes tops, our food was dished up and was as great as promised. Thank you. Chili sauce.
My friend brought me here for the first time. Polo, Soweto. I'm eating healthy food. No more guineas, no more kotas. So I think this will be my restaurant from now on. Sentin Melrose, so we are here now. Thank you.
So would you take someone else here? Would you bring a friend, your girlfriend, wife, children?
My wife maybe 2020 when I get married, if the shop is still here or hasn't expanded. But definitely I'll still be here and I hope they can cook outdoors as well. So this is very, very healthy food and very tasteful. But don't try the chili sauce, it's very, very hot.
A Saudi-Palestinian company has created a solar-powered umbrella to help meet the demands of Muslim pilgrims. Knowledge Base hopes its invention will go worldwide and reach multiple users who can take advantage of the solar-powered GPS-savvy accessory. The multi-purpose umbrella transforms sunlight into electricity, which can be used to generate power for the umbrella's many features. The smart umbrella, Kafia, was born in the kingdom's holy city of Mecca, the brainchild of Saudi Arabian scientist Kamal Badawi.
المظلة عموما في احتياج ليها خصوصا في أوروبا. في الحج عندنا بيستخدموها بس بيستخدموا المظلة الشمس بس. محدش فكر إنه ممكن يكون ليها حاجات أكتر من كده. لما فكرنا في الموضوع ممكن نحط مروحة عشان تبرد الجو، خصوصا إنه ال 12 سنة الجاية هتكون في عز الحر. الحج ال 12 سنة هيكون في عز الحر، طبعا دي بناء على دراسة عملناها. الشاحن الكهرباء الGPS عندنا طاقة شمسية، فعندنا كهرباء على طول، مش بس موبايلات. ممكن نشغل موبايل، ممكن نشغل كمبيوتر، ممكن نشغل أي جهاز بيشتغل بالUSB. الGPS لو أسرة مثلا عشان ما حدش يتوه من التاني، كل واحد عنده مظلة ممكن يعرفوا هم فين.
Some of the features include a GPS system, a built-in fan, and a flashlight. The umbrella also comes with 3 different USB outlets to charge mobile phones, tablets, and other portable devices.
المظلة مزودة بخلايا شمسية، والخلايا الشمسية هاي بتعمل على التقاط الطاقة الشمسية وتحويلها لطاقة كهربائية بتخزن في ايد المظلة. الGPS وده بتاع الهدف تبع المروحة، وهذا للإضاءة. طبعا نظام الGPS هو كمان مضاف له موبايل ابلكيشن بتنزل، وكل حج بيتم تعريف مظلته على هذا التطبيق، وبالتالي بصير في سهولة بالتواصل بين الحجاج وتحديد أماكنهم وكيفية الوصول لهم.
لا، هو احنا الآن يعني الهدف كان إنه ناخذ براءة الاختراع. دي الخطوة الأولى اللي احنا عملناها. الخطوة الثانية حنبدأ في عملية تسويق للموضوع، حنشوف شركة تتبنى الموضوع ده، لأنه محتاجة يعني ناس متخصصين وحتنتشر على مستوى العالم، مش مقتصرة للحج بس.
Since the idea was conceptualized last year, both Randawi and Dandi's focus has been on designing a prototype for copyright purposes. Badawi and Dandi's hope an international company or government body will invest in their product to begin mass production. They hope to make it available at an affordable price for anyone to buy. Things are warming up quite nicely at the Johannesburg Zoo Lake, and while I enjoy this warm weather, we'll see you after the break.
A sport synonymous with royalty, but now all of us can enjoy it. Up next, we visit the Range Rover Polo event.
The game of polo, which is associated with fashionable, genteel elegance, has its origins in exotic military history.
Hello and welcome to it. My name is Selepa Maifadi. We're out in Sandton at the Inanda Sports Club, where we'll be getting a one-on-one lesson on how to play polo. This is all in preparation for the Land Rover Africa Cup that will be taking place in September. So let's go take a look.
It seems fitting that the game is so much a part of the modern Inanda Club, which is steeped in equestrian heritage. We were invited to learn about this exciting sport, and it was said that being a female was not a problem, as the ladies do well and excel in what used to be a sport for the gentlemen.
Right, but you'll take your foot. And so that's what I was saying, it's like driving. When you get in it, going, right? And that is what these ladies compete with the guys. So it's not, we have ladies specific tournaments, and we've got one here in Inanda called Playing for Pink, which is in aid of breast cancer. And we've got the ladies playing and competing. I normally will have one guy per team just to help get the game flowing. You know, the guys have the strength at the back and can hit the ball far, which makes the game open up. That arm, there you go. In Argentina, they play the highest level of polo. They play 40-goal polo. Camera.
While our Katlego was learning how to swing on the wooden horse, the other attendees were prepping to swing on the real thing. For some, it was their first time on these majestic beasts, but everyone was up to the exciting challenge. Nerves held at bay, they began with the easy stuff before the big task of actually playing.
It went very well. First time it was very frightening, I must say. I've never been on a horse before, so jumping to a horse for the first time was very frightening. But as I took off from the stable back into the field, I started getting the gist of it. It became a bit easier and much better. So I could say for a beginner, I think I give myself an 8.
Okay, what's the scariest thing that you have to go through when you get on a horse?
I think the scariest thing is actually jumping into a horse, because you don't know how the horse is going to respond to you. So getting that first step into the horse, I think for me is the scary part, because other than that, it just flows.
And you do know that while playing polo, you are on a horse and at a speed of, I don't know, maybe 80 kilometers per hour. And right now you guys were pretty much cruising. So what's your thoughts on what's about to happen after this?
I think my thoughts what's going to happen to that is that now when it comes to the sports, you're actually trying to multitask, holding the stick, looking for the ball, and also trying to control the horse. So being able to get those 3 right is really going to be a bit tricky. I don't know how they do it, but I think we're just going to have to learn today and see how they get the gist of it. You know what? When you're sitting there watching them play, you think, I can do this. But actually, once you're in the horse, you're like, actually, I think this is not as easy as it looks. It's very difficult, it's very tricky, and you must be able to get the technical things of it, you know. So I think it's not as easy as it looks.
Then finally, Katlego left the wooden horse for the real thing. And after a few tentative laps, she was soon raring to go and take a swing on the real thing. But even though she seemed to be mastering the sport, we still thought we should speak to an expert.
So in the arena, it's really easy to ride because there's an easy sand. So if I flow on the sand, it's really easy, softer than the ground. And I'm really enjoy the arena because there's a lot of controlling on a horse. It's typical out from the field into the arena. And that is the only way I can teach the young juniors. My young juniors are growing up. I got more, maybe 9 or 6, maybe 9 or 12 kids riding with me. Those guys that really enjoyed it. So trotting is to find the rhythm of a horse. That's the first section to learn about it. So when you trot, that's the first session to learn about it. And then from trot, we move another section again, which is canter. And then from canter, you go into gallop. And then that's it. To control the horse, if I put my reins forward, my horse will go forward. And then I put my reins against the neck, and then I lean to the right together, keep the weight a little bit to the left, my horse will go left. And then I keep my reins against the horse to the right, my horse goes right. And then I lean back, and then to stop.
Therefore, you guys are all here today just to experience a little bit of what polo is about. You know, there's so much that goes into the sport behind the scenes. And there are so many unsung heroes, namely our horses and then our grooms who work with the horses. Without them, we are nothing. So today was all about giving you guys a little taster. You know, we had you on the wooden horse, you learned how to hit a couple of shots, you learned what a near side was, what the offside is, forehand, backhand. You then did a little bit of riding, and for some of you it was the first time that you've ever been on a horse. So getting the little up, down, 1, 2 posting trot was quite challenging.
But I think everyone did a really good job, and I think it's probably enlightened so many of you about what polo is about. You know, the Land Rover Africa Cup 2016 is going to be an incredible event. The polo is going to be fast. The polo is going to be amazing. The spectators are going to be all dressed in their beautiful fashion attire, and the champagne will be flowing, and we're going to appreciate the beautiful animals, our horses, our beasts, our sportsmen on the field, and we're going to appreciate our competitors, the sportsmen from all over Africa, which makes the Land Rover Africa Cup such a unique event. Its home has been here at Inanda for more than 20 years, but over the last 5 or 6 years we've taken it to another level.
All in all, a great day that was enjoyed by everyone.
Hundreds of thousands of visitors from across Europe and beyond arrived at the annual Sziget festival in Budapest, one of Europe's largest music events. For a week in August, fans filled the island for the 24th Sziget, which was named the best major European festival at the European Festival Awards in recent years. It has grown from a small alternative camp-out music festival 20 years ago into a giant jamboree called the Island of Freedom. Organizers expect a new record of 450,000 visitors per week this year, and they have filled the infrastructure in a way to make room for even more visitors than last year. All weekly passes were sold out in advance, bought from more than 80 different countries. Organizers say the increased interest is due to the good lineup of bands and Budapest's increasing trendiness.
Sziget is the best festival in Europe. Sziget is better than what's Tomorrowland, is better than Ultra. The people are amazing. They are all human beings and no professionals. Everyone's got love and empathy. You know, whether you be from Hungary, from England, from Germany, from Sweden, everybody loves everybody.
This year's lineup of bands include the Chemical Brothers, Muse, David Guetta, among others. The star of the opening night was Rihanna, under strict rules of no media cover. The festival is called Sziget, meaning island, as it is located on an island on the Danube north of the city centre, stretching over 70 hectares. Sziget's festival main values from the start have been freedom, tolerance, love and diversity. Most people say they come for the music and special atmosphere.
It's perfect. Very good ambience. I like the show, I like music. We can make we can show every people. It's very good, perfect. It's a very good show.
The Sziget feeling is largely a feeling of ease and freedom. Festival goers can enjoy a wide variety of music and cultural offers during a whole week, including various installations at the Art Zone, do-it-yourself artwork at Art Tents, fun wooden swinging creations, street theatres, folk dances, theatre performances, wine bars and ruin bars.
Beer, apéro, and people, every people.
Of course, friendship around the world. Other friends.
All friends.
I love it, yeah, I love it. It's my first time in Budapest. We came all the way from Ireland, so we're interrailing, we're travelling all around Europe, and it's the best festival I've ever been to.
It's a complete village. It's so large. I've never been to a festival this large.
Back to Clifton to see my old friends, the best people I could
year, Algeria's coastal city of Oran lights up for 2 days. Hundreds of men, women and children fill the streets. The sounds of traditional bands, women ululating and shots being fired in celebration mark the height of the annual Oran festival. The event is in remembrance of Sidi El Houari, an Algerian imam who is the patron saint of the city of Oran.
All people of Oran and even people from outside Oran came to visit and ask for blessings.
The annual party attracts people from across the country as well as visitors from around the world. It usually includes visits to the mausoleums where hundreds pay tributes to the religious scholars Sidi Al Houari and Sidi Al Hasni.
The Taiban religious schools exist in the 48 states, and there are 20,000 followers of these Zawiya religious schools following the Taiban way. Thanks to this, people meet and love each other. Here, the rich meet poor, and we are all equal. People meet at this annual feast for this reason.
To mark the celebration, the mausoleum of each saint is given a new cloth covering. As they are changed, visitors recite Quranic verses and prayers for the souls of the saints they have come to honor and for themselves.
These are the traditions of Oran, of our grandparents and friends. We gather here and we feed people. People eat, enjoy and pray and visit Sidi Al Hasni. They come from everywhere, from Timimund, Tunisia, Morocco and France. All people of Oran know of the Sidi Al Hasni feast.
The annual event is not only a celebration and honoring of revered local saints, but it is also an opportunity for people to get together to feast in true Arabic fashion. But it's not just Oran that shows off Algeria as a melting pot of culture. Other cities like ancient Constantine are rich with local traditions. This year, the city organized an event to showcase the music, dance, and the long-cherished equestrian traditions of the Arab world.
Algiers was the capital of Arab culture in 2007. Now Constantine is the capital of Arab culture, and all the friendly Arab countries have taken part in this event, which has been going on for a year. The opening was about all Arab cultural monuments, and the closing is about Algerian heritage from the 48 provinces.
For the residents of Constantine, the showcasing of varied folklore and culture has opened the city's doors to visitors, brought business and life to the city, and exposed its residents to cultures from around the world.
This event has brought us the culture of other provinces and other cities. Culture brings us many things that we wouldn't otherwise know. What's important is that it was a productive year and Constantine has been restored. The city has benefited in many ways.
While it is an African country, Algeria prides itself over unique Arabic heritage that it exhibits to its visitors through a variety of musical performances.
The population of the Queensland mining city of Mount Isa has doubled this weekend for the Southern Hemisphere's large bull riding festival, the Mount Isa Mines Rotary Rodeo. Riders from Australia, New Zealand and the United States of America made the journey to outback Queensland to try and get their hands on a record $230,000 prize money. Joining them and competing for this title is Haidar Al-Nasawi, the Iraqi cowboy who is no stranger to danger. 17-year-old Haidar knows it all. He moved to Australia from Iraq when he was 10 years old and lived through the war in Iraq as a small boy. The weekend marked his first rodeo in Mount Isa, competing for a title in Australia's richest rodeo event.
You know, I just thought it was just a big difference, just a whole nother level for us, eh? Like, it's pretty much like you were just born again kind of thing, you know, like you got to learn everything, you like a different language and that, and it's just, everyone's different here and that, like it's not, compared to back at home, just, you know, like it's pretty much like a whole new life kind of thing. Oh, just that atmosphere and that, all about it, and the adrenaline rush and that, like it's just a good feeling nowadays, like for me anyway, like, and for any bull rider, it's just a good feeling to be on the back of a bull and just, you know, nod your head and go out that chute, and everything's just, you know, like everything's like your whole life's in front of you kind of thing.
When he's not bouncing on the backs of bulls, Hayder works as a fencing constructor in the bush. He can thank some mates who introduced him to rodeo only 2 years ago, hooking him on the spot.
It's a big rodeo, and I just wanted to, you know, like it'd be good to try and get a win at such a big rodeo, and like it'll give you, you know, like well known and that then, and yeah, it's just, and it's good to come over here because there's a lot of good riders come from different places, and it's just good to try and compete against them, and if you know, like if you come first, or you know, like you must be doing pretty well then, just coming here and just like knowing, you know, everything is right, like you don't have to worry about a thing, you know, like you can get up in the morning, go to work, and it's just a good feeling, eh?
While Hayder is still learning the ropes, he'll rub shoulders with some of the best riders in the world, including American PBR member Steve Woolsey.
For me, I've won quite a few belt buckles, but to be able to come to Australia, and if I get the chance to win the belt buckle, it would be one of the, probably the most sacred buckles that I've ever won, because it's from Australia.
Current PBR Australian champion Cody Hefferman has made his debut over the weekend in Mount Isa and will be heading to the United States shortly to try his hand on their highly competitive PBR circuit.
Man, Oz is one of the biggest rodeos, you know, in the world. It's the biggest in the southern hemisphere, and I've never been here. I've heard lots about it. I've always wanted to come here, and it's about time I got here, and I really want to win this title.
The rodeo has been running since 1959 and according to organizers is one of the most prized titles to take out in the bull riding calendar in Australia.
25. I've got a bully Steve from Destiny Downs, captain company that runs straight in the arena. Well, Johnny throws a long rope together each and every weekend. Gary Speed drops the hand loop out, some of the lane comes around the corner. That's what I'm talking about. There we go, boys and girls. Put your hands together. Trendz on. Should be a good little jump and kick it. Come on, Steph, hang on. Right, boys, get her out. Get her out there, boys. Get on. Well done, Isaac.
Well, the buckle represents a lot. You know, it represents the cash, it represents the title, and I guess, you know, if you're doing something for money, it wouldn't be rodeo. It's good pay here, but there's not a lot of money in it, but like there is in other sports, I suppose. So it really is, I guess, the prestige and the challenge to be the champion.
Visitors to the Outback City travel as much as 30 hours return trip to watch the spectacle, with Mount Isa some 1,800 kilometers from Queensland's capital city of Brisbane. The rodeo injects a massive boost into the local economy, according to the Honourable Kate Jones, Minister of Tourism, Major Events, and has now been granted major event status by the government.
Yeah, this is where we are at the moment. Fred Osman. Mitch Soweto outside. Former Australian champion. Come on now, Isaac. Hey, setting the bridge away. Yeah, in the classic district. Over to you, Cowboy.
The whole city comes to life, you know, and everyone always feels so welcomed here. This is the biggest event on the Mount Isa calendar.
Hader seconds that. His family has been readily accepted into the outback community of Australia, and with his thick Aussie accent, you'd be forgiven for thinking he'd never lived anywhere else. But his war-torn childhood hasn't been forgotten, and Hader is forever grateful for the safe new life his family now lives. Hader didn't earn any points at the rodeo this time, but after 2 rides lasting nearly 4 seconds, he feels he has learned a lot, not just from the rides, but from his fellow competitors. From his life in Iraq to riding bulls at the Mount Isa Mines Rotary Rodeo, he feels he can use this adversity of his former life to help him become a competitor bull rider in Australia.
That's all we have here in this week's edition of Trendz Travel. We do hope that you enjoyed it.
Catch us again next week, same time, same place, from our 404 and SABC 3 viewers. See you next time.